Hey everyone, this is Ken Biles from witchcraftacademy.com, and I just finished mowing my lawn, so it must be summer. Now I know what you're all thinking. Didn't spring just start a couple of weeks ago? And if you look at pretty much any calendar, that's exactly what it'll tell you. But the actual answer to that is no, it didn't. Spring actually started back in February 2nd, in bulk. Now how do I figure that? Well, simple. If you look at June, you'll find that June 21st of this year is the summer solstice, also known as midsummer. Yet the calendar says summer starts. Well, how can it be the start of summer and midsummer at the same time? Answer is, it's not. It's midsummer. If June 21st is midsummer, when does summer start? Simple. Beltane. How did this happen? Why do we have such confusion over when seasons start? I mean, they start when they start. Why wouldn't everybody know when that is? The answer to that question is, it goes back to Pope Gregory the 13th, I believe, who decided to change the calendar for political and religious reasons. He changed a whole lot of stuff. First off, if you look at September, October, November, and December, the Latin sep means 7, but September is not the 7th month. Dec, beginning of December, means 10, but December is not the 10th month. What he did is he arranged entire months so that they would fall into line with his political ambitions, which was to bring more people to the church. And in so doing this, he also moved a whole bunch of things around, including when the seasons change, or when people accept that the seasons change. They actually change the same time they always have. It's just that when you are nearly all-powerful and everybody listens to what you say, you have the power to do pretty much anything you want. So he changed when the seasons start. And he had spring start at the spring equinox and summer start at the summer solstice. We as pagans understand that these are really the midpoints of those seasons. The middle of spring is Ostara, which means that spring starts back in February, in bulk. It ends on Beltane, which is when summer starts. Midsummer, June 21st, is the middle, just like Yule, December 20th, 21st, thereabouts, is the middle of winter. That's why we celebrate Yule. It's the middle. We've made it halfway through the winter. This is something to celebrate. We can see the light coming out from the other side. This is why we celebrate it. So when he did this, he also changed a whole bunch of other things. April used to be the beginning of the year. The year started back when Rome was an empire, when it was a pagan empire. The Roman year started with April. It also started in the spring, not in the middle of winter. That's also how we get April Fool's Day. When Pope Gregory changed the beginning of the year to January and put it back a few days after Yule, all the people in the cities and towns where there were churches and the word could be spread through the churches understood that the year now started in the middle of winter. The pagans, the pagani, those who lived out in the country, who didn't necessarily go to church, they didn't get the word. So in April, beginning of April, they would come to town because it's getting warm and it's time to go to market and other fairs, things that were happening as the weather warmed up, would come into town and say, Happy New Year! And everybody in town would say, well, what an April Fool. He doesn't realize the year started 4 months ago. So that's just a quick history lesson on why this is why the beginning of summer is about to start here in about 2 weeks. About 2 weeks at Beltane. We'll see you next time. Hey, and if you're getting this anywhere but witchcraft-academy.com, go over to the website. That's where everybody's coming together and asking questions, getting answers, and hanging out and creating a community. We'll see you later.